This is my grandpa's geocaching talk show.
Welcome to Worldwide Geocaching Podcast, brought to you by My Podcast Radio. I'm your host, HikerJames52
CrazyCritter66
from the studio in Naples, Golden Gate, Florida. Hello, Crazy Critter.
Hello.
How's everything?
Good.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode. We're doing episode number 15 on Worldwide Geocaching Podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
15.
I lost count.
Yeah, you did. I said where we at on number 12. No, we did 12 already. We're on 15. So, anyway, we took last week off for Easter Sunday weekend. Didn't have a show. We kind of missed that, but it feels good to take a break.
Yes, it does.
The last show we did, we was talking about Sable, The Adventure Begins, and there was 10 of them
Right.
on the bike trail, and we found 9 out of that 10. So usually what we do, we go back and look the second time, and if we can't find it, we go back the third time, and if we can't find it, we're done with it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm, or 3 times you're out.
The GC code on this one is GC7NH9X. It was a mile, and we walked almost 3.
Yeah, we did.
By the time we did all our little circling around the trees and everything else.
A lot of circling.
Oh, boy. But anyway, we was kind of disappointed we couldn't find that 10th one, so we put it on a watch list, and we started watching it. Well, there's a couple people found it. Somebody said the coordinates was off by, what was it? I don't know how far it was off, because I never could figure out how to do coordinates, the difference in it for the feet. But I got the new coordinates, and I said, well, we go back out there and find it again. So when I went to the page, they've added 2 more geocaches on that trail. So, yeah. So now there's 12 of them. And I'm thinking I don't want to have to walk 3 more miles just to get those 3 that was there.
Right.
You know how it is. You walked it once. That's enough.
That was rough.
Yeah, it was. So we decided to go drive down to where we're pretty much parallel with the last one, number 10, and see how far we'd have to go to find a place to park and walk back the other way from the end of it. And it turned out real good. What was it? It ended up being about 1/10 of a mile from the last one. And we found a place to pull off, and we parked. So we only had to walk, 4/10 of a mile. Not quite a half.
A lot less than the 3.
Yeah. And so then we did it backwards. We started with number 12. Walked right up to it.
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah, it was another micro. Well, it was a
small, a little bottle cap. Yeah.
Bottle cap thing. And then we found that. So then we started walking towards number 11, and that we looked around for a little while. Maybe 5 minutes.
I was expecting to find another bottle cap or maybe a bison tube.
Yeah, and we didn't read the notes.
You didn't read the notes.
I didn't. You didn't either.
You have the phone. I can't see. I'm blind. Remember?
Yeah. Never thought about it. Cause when you find 10 out of 12 that's hid the same way,
you expect all of them to be.
Yeah. So Crazy Critter found it.
And it really wasn't that hard to find once we figured out it was,
what it was.
Yeah, what it was. It wasn't so hard to find.
Yeah. We can't tell what it was, but it was unique.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was nice. I gave it a favorite point.
I think I did too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so we found that and signed it. Then we went to look for the one that we couldn't find couple weeks ago.
The infamous number 10.
We got to find it because now we got 9,
11 and 12.
11 and 12. So we got to find 10.
I'm not going back without 10.
Yeah. It's like that one at the guardrails. We went, 35 miles. We drove 35 miles just to find that one that was lost that one day.
Right.
But we went up there, and sure enough, it took us right straight to the coordinates we had the last time. But I did have the new coordinates, but I didn't have to use them.
Yeah.
Crazy Critter found it.
Yay! Yay me.
Now look, I don't mind you going geocaching. Well, you find 2 out of 3. That's ridiculous.
Yay me! I'm just good that way.
Yeah, well. Now, if you'd have found 10 out of 12, then I'd have to start worrying.
Well, yeah. A lot of those, though, we found at the same time.
Right.
And then some of them you go, oh, look, it's over here, and I'd walk around the corner. Oh, yeah, I see it, but...
And when I find one, I hold my head down and say, found it. And she starts looking around what direction I'm looking at, and there it is.
Yeah, but the sad thing is sometimes because my eyesight is so bad and I've got that blur in my one eye, I can't see them when you're looking straight at them.
They've all been good. So we got 12 out of 12 on that trail.
Awesome.
Took us our second trip, but we'd have made a second trip anyway for the extra 2 they just put out.
Right, exactly.
So now, what we're going to have to do, we've pretty much got everything in our 30-mile area.
Where to go next?
I know where we go to go next.
Where?
We go to the ones we haven't found.
Watch for the bull.
And Berkshire Oak.
Watch your step.
And Lady 3.
Okay.
Y'all want to see a good geocache now? We was looking at this the other day. I don't know why, what got us onto it. And I'm going to say it like it sounds. Macapulance.
Oh, the one that was in...
That's in Ohio.
Yeah, in Ohio. Greenville?
Yeah, in Greenville, Ohio. Now this is something that everybody needs to go up there and look at. I mean, this page is... And we was there for 3 hours, maybe.
Oh yeah, and mainly just looking around to see all the stuff he had.
Yeah, and the GC code on that is GCQO3E, and gotta admit, them people, it was in their yard.
Oh, it was a cool yard.
And it was almost like a Halloween decorations up there. I mean, they had stuff hanging off of their house. They had stuff in a big yard. They probably had 2 lots for a yard.
Yeah.
And it's still up. It's still going. And it's a regular size cache. But you have to go and answer all the clues. I give you a couple of them. When was Dick's Place established? Well, you walk around and you look for a sign that says Dick's Place and it was established in when. And so you write this number down. And how many windows are in a bowling ball alley? Not panes, but whole windows. You know, there's questions like that. And that was the garage, I think. Mm-hmm. It had a bowling alley sign or something in it.
Right.
In the window. And so you count how many windows and you give it that for an answer.
Now, you'd think reading it, the way it describes it, you'd think it'd be hard, but once you get there and start looking at the stuff, it's not really that hard.
No, it isn't. Let's see, there was the letters in the last name of auditor in 1894, and there's something in that yard. I mean, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Now, he used the following format, AB, like 40 degrees, AB, CDE, and West 84, VW, XYZ. And then what you got to do is they give you a paper to go by. Mm-hmm. When you get there, they give you a pre-printed paper to answer your questions on. Then for A, answer to question 10, then divide it by 2. And B, third digit of answer to question 2, and so on. Second digit of answer to question 6 plus 1, And when you get done, you got the coordinates. And it says, be sure to search high and low for the clues. And it was fun. We did not get tired on that one.
I can say I'm sure glad it was easier than it sounded.
There's 397 images on this geocache. If you want to see some good artwork, go to this page and look at the images. 378 favorite points.
Yeah.
And let's see, what was the rest of it here? 600 finds. 23 people didn't find it. So there was 623 people that looked for this log, and 600 people found it. So, and people up there, if you got an answer that somebody else don't have, trade for it. So they might be looking for one that you've got. Oh, I'm telling you. But anyway, check that out if you got time to look it over there. And again, that's GCQO3E. I think you typed in an O, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, okay. Now, O and zeros,
We'll mess you up.
yeah, they pretty much look the same.
It is definitely a O.
Yeah, and it's definitely worth looking at.
Oh, yeah.
If you never can get of course, we was only 28 miles, I think, from it when we went to find it in Ohio, but now we're 1,006 miles from it, so, we can't go back and visit it.
No.
It was hidden in July of 2005. And we was up there in about 2011 or 12, somewhere.
I think probably 2012.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. October 2012 is when we logged it. There's 85 people watching it. They have it's big enough. They've got a lot of trackables in it. Right now there's only 2, but and the thing is, the people that own this house and property and everything, that owns this geocache and all, they were just sitting out on their little patio and watching and talking to people that come in and looking for that geocache.
Oh, yeah, they were real talkative and friendly.
Oh, yeah. It sure was. So anyway, that's that. Okay. We're done talking about that. So, what are we going to talk about?
Your turn.
Oh, okay. So, I guess the next thing we could talk about is how many people have joined up on geocaching.com, whether it be free or premium, and has never went geocaching.
I don't know.
I bet there's a few, though.
I can tell you one person that's been a member of geocaching for a while that's never hidden a geocache. Me.
I've hid about, how many have I hid? About
Quite
25 of them in Ohio.
I've never hid any, but I find them.
Can't hide any down here in Florida.
Not really.
Wow, man.
Too many rules.
Too many. I called the state parks, and I called the city parks, and I tried to hide one day, and I put it on a pole, and the pole was empty, it wasn't like...
it wasn't being used.
Yeah, it wasn't being used, and I put a nice cache up there, and I signed it up on the geocaching page, and they said I need permission.
Yeah, for a pole. It was an old pole that they quit using because they put new poles up.
Yeah.
But you had to have permission from the power company.
Somebody owns the pole.
Exactly.
Somebody owns it.
So Florida's got a lot of different rules.
I guess. I hope not everybody's like that.
Well, that's like wanting to hide the ammo box because we wanted something bigger out there for a change. But they tell you can't chain them to a tree. We don't want somebody walking off with them, so we wanted to chain it to a tree. But according to Florida, you can't do that.
Right. If it's any bigger than, what was that, 3 cubic centimeters or something, if it's any bigger than that, it has to be a clear container. You can't camouflage it.
Right.
And they want to know everything you put in it when you place it. Now, what does that do?
It don't, because no matter what you put in it, people are going to be taking stuff out and putting new stuff in all the time.
Right.
So how are they going to know what's in it all the time?
Yeah, and they want to know what page it's going to be on once you place it out there.
Mm-hmm.
What page is it going to be posted on? Well, you don't know that until you get your page, and you don't get your page until you get permission, and you don't get permission unless you know what page it's going to be on.
Exactly. And another reason I want to go back to Ohio, not so many rules. They actually make it fun up north. Here, it's kind of like a pain to try to put anything out.
Yeah, so I've got probably a dozen or two geocaches just laying around.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do nothing with them.
No, not a thing.
And, I mean, I might get lucky sometime and maybe decide to put one somewhere and it might go through, but it seems like the only place that they're going through is between, it doesn't belong to the city, it doesn't belong to the owner. It's that path in between.
Yeah,
and
I know what you're talking about.
But then there you are, you know. That's why everybody's having micros and bison tubes hidden out here, because they're easier to just put out.
Mm-hmm.
We found, in the 5 years we've been here, we found 2 ammo cans.
Yeah.
And they're grandfathered. That's the only reason why they're still there.
Yeah.
One ammo can was archived because somebody put a gate up or a fence or something. So it was archived. And TB hotels. There was one here.
Yeah, there was one.
Yeah, we found it, but not too long after that came a big flood. And
ruined it.
Yeah, it had mold and everything else growing in it and filled up with sand and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was a little nasty.
And it wasn't really big. I mean, it held about eight travel bugs.
I mean, yeah, it had 8 little squares in it, but you could have put 3 or 4 travel bugs in each square.
Right.
So, yeah,
well,
it would have held some.
Yeah. Then, I was looking at travel bug hotels all around. There's only a few of them in Florida.
There's not any. You're lucky if you can find anything bigger than a bison tube or a pop bottle. I mean, everything else, they don't believe in bigger caches here for some reason.
Right.
And that's something I really miss, is the bigger ones.
Alright, so anyway, we still got our challenge going on for this month. This is the last day. No, tomorrow. Yeah, Monday. It's Monday. Today's the 30th. No, tomorrow's the 30th. This is the 29th.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we still have one more day to go on our challenge before it's over with. And that is, if you find 3 caches with 4 or more favorite points per each cache, send us an email with the information to where we can look at it and see that you have it. Snippet, or a copy of your information there, and we'll put you in a drawing. If there's more than one person, we'll put you in a randomized drawing. And if you're the only person that sends one in, you automatically win. And send that to us to mypodcastradio2018@gmail.com. So hurry up and get that in. We don't have any winners yet, or any.
Nobody's sent you nobody's sent an email yet. Where are you people?
I don't know where they're at.
I don't either. I figured we'd have had 1, 2 maybe.
You're going to win a travel tag.
They're really awesome.
Oh yeah, it says I won the Worldwide Geocaching Podcast Challenge, and they're made and shipped from Northeast Geocaching Supplies from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
We're working with them to get some of them out and let it be known who we are and who they are. And they're all the badge, pins, and travel tags. They've made up 3 different kinds, and they're trackable through geocaching.com.
Right.
So get them in.
Anybody?
Anybody.
Anybody out there, hello, send us an email.
Let's take a break.
We'll be back after this commercial.
NE Geocaching Supplies is one of the largest EU suppliers of geocaching and Munzee products. We specialise in retailing geocaching items and Munzee products to the UK and international geocaching and Munzee markets. We stock a full range of geocaching products from geofossils to globetrotter tags and travel twins to exclusive and hard to find geocoins. We also stock a large selection of ready to place caches and an extensive selection of Munzee products. Find us at www.negeocachingsupplies.co.uk.
Okay, check them out. See what they got. All your geocaching and Munzee supplies right there. Northeast Geocaching Supplies. Let's about a shout out. Got any shout outs?
Hey, Paul.
Hey, James.
K&B.
Yeah.
Chris.
The Lambs at 9.
There you go.
Yeah, it's Chris. Wow. Snook! Hey, Snook!
Oh, hi, Snook.
Hey, buddy, we're getting better at your caches, so hang in there. We're getting there. I don't know anybody else right off that, to send a shout out, but if you want a shout out, send us your geocaching name.
Yeah, give us some names. We need to know more people.
Yeah. Where are you from? Yeah, that's what we didn't do. Chris and Paul's from the UK.
Right.
James is from Ohio. K&B is from Arizona. Rhodesia.
From Naples.
From Naples, Florida. Wow.
James, Ohio.
Yeah, we did that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, there's more. Just let us know who you are. We'll give a shout out.
There you go. We don't know that many people. We lead a lonely life.
Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, we're hoping somebody will win this. If not, if we receive it by midnight on the 30th, you're in. But if not, if it comes in after midnight on an email, which, you send an email, it's not going to take 2 or 3 days to get here.
No, it don't.
It'll take 2 or 3 minutes. But any email that comes in after midnight on the 30th, we can't use that. But next month is going to be different. And we'll probably run this one maybe later on down the line.
Yeah, try again.
Yeah, try again. I don't know what's going to be for next month. I got a few ideas here. And they all sound good. Okay. Other than that, if you got any questions, comments, or anything, you can send them to My Podcast Radio. And that Facebook page for that is facebook.com/mypodcastradio. That's simple. If you want to join a good group we got started there, or got going good, you can go to Worldwide Geocaching Podcast page. And that is facebook.com/groups/geocaching podcasts. And it's starting to grow a little more. We've had it here for a while now, and we're up to 34 members. So we need some more people to come in there and share their stories and share their questions and answers and comments and all that. If you need to, for any reason, if you need to call us, our number is 239-285-1574. If you want to be on our podcast, that's the way to get a hold of us. We can do a pre-recorded audio, and we'll have you on our next show. So that's kind of interesting. I know here while we was in Ohio, I had quite a few people that would call in. Of course, we was live then, but we don't do live no more because we got kind of situation there to where it was getting a little nasty. People calling in.
Yeah, it wasn't from us. It was the callers. They were some of them were a little rude.
Yeah, they was.
And it didn't have nothing to do with geocaching. That's the bad part.
Yeah. And you can screen them before they get on the air.
But it don't do any good if they tell you they're going to talk about geocaching and come on and talk about something totally different.
Yeah, and it wasn't family-friendly
No.
conversations. So I hung up on one person that did that, and it was just a few minutes later, got a phone call from another phone.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the same person.
And then it was a click. Oops, we lost connection
Yeah,
somehow.
I didn't get that call. But, they must have lost their signal.
Yeah.
I played it off, but oh boy,
Gotta love some people.
they try. But this way, you call in and we can record it either on the phone or we can record it on conference call. And if you're from out of the U.S., we can even record it on Skype. If you have Skype, we can use Skype and it's all pre-recorded.
And the good part is, you don't have to worry about messing up, because if you do, voila, it can be edited.
Yeah, we definitely edit ours.
Oh yeah, we do.
This one here has been edited a lot.
To find out more about geocaching, go to geocaching.com, and from there you will find all the questions and answers for what geocaching is all about. Then you can sign up as a free member or as a premium member and get started as a new geocacher and enjoy the worldwide treasure hunting game wherever you are. That's www.geocaching.com.
Okay, yeah, go to geocaching.com/guide. And that's where you find all your questions and answers to everything you need to know about geocaching. So anyway, we're going to drop this one for this week. And get a hold of us. Contact us in any of those ways that we just gave you. And talk to us.
Yeah, we want to hear our computer say, "Ooh, you've got mail."
I haven't heard that in a long time.
I haven't either.
No. Only mail I get now is from junk.
Oh, spam mail.
Spam.
Oh, no spam. We need them calls. We need them emails.
I check my spam too.
Right, you have to.
Yeah. So anyway, get it in. Get it. Be a winner. Join in on the competition.
Have fun.
Yeah. And so until next week, we're back on track now until probably Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
I have to see what days them land on to know if we're going to have a show on them days, that weekend or whatever. But Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, if it lands on any of those days, we're going to have to postpone it. Probably we'll just postpone it till the next day.
Well, Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday, so you don't really have to worry about that.
Right. And Christmas is always on the 25th.
Which could be any day.
New Year's always on the 1st.
Yeah, this is true.
But anyway, if the 1st is on a Monday, we'll have it out on a Tuesday. We're not going to skip the whole week.
Right.
Yeah. So, but until next week, this is HikerJames52
and CrazyCritter66.
We'll talk at you later. Be safe. Have a good week, and get those geocaches. Till then,
See ya.